Okay, first of all, morning to all of you. By the grace of great Vaishnav, great Dhanna Shukr Ramdas ji, let us start with today's topic. Today's topic is semiconductor. That is one of the most important article. Okay, semiconductor is one of the most important article in this unit. Okay. See, in this unit we have discussed the Ruby laser, we have discussed the lithium laser, and right now we are discussing the semiconductor. Okay, Ruby laser is a solid state laser, lithium laser is a gas laser, and this is a semiconductor laser. Okay, in the last year exam, this question has been asked by the examiner. Okay, what do you mean by semiconductor? A semiconductor is a material. In terms of band gap theory, I am asking what is semiconductor? Semiconductor is a material in which there is a valence band and conduction band, and the difference between the valence band and conduction band, that is called a forbidden energy gap, and that forbidden energy gap for silicon and germanium will be 1.12 electron volt and 0.72 electron volt for silicon and germanium. Okay, at T is equal to 0 Kelvin. Okay, now see, as we know that in semiconductor there is a valence band, and there is a conduction band. There is valence band, there is a conduction band. Now see, this is called a EG. This is called a band gap energy, or this is called a forbidden energy gap. Okay. Now see, valence band contains electrons, while the conduction band is completely free. Okay. Now see, for silicon and germanium, this band gap is this band gap is of the order of 1.12 electron volt. Okay, for silicon, and for germanium that is for a 0.72 electron volt. Okay, so this is a theory. Okay, now as we all know that this is a valence band, and see, electron cannot exist in this band gap. Okay, either electron will belong to valence band or it will belong to the conduction band. Okay, but how the electron will promote from valence band to the conduction band? With the help of external energy. Okay, now see, in the valence band, the valence band electrons are completely involved in the bond formation. As a result, they have a less energy. While the electron in the conduction band, they participate in the conduction. Okay, and the conduction electrons have higher energy as compared to the valence band electrons. So I will write here this side energy. Okay, so the energy is increasing from bottom to top. Electron will jump from valence band to the conduction band only if we provide the external energy. The simple story is the valence band electrons are involved in bond formation and they have less energy, while the conduction band electrons have a higher energy and they can participate in the conduction. Okay, they can participate in the conduction, and electron cannot exist. Cannot exist in this band. Okay, in this band. Electron cannot exist. So this is the story. Now please write. Now I will write the energy level diagram for pure semiconductor. I will write the energy level diagram. For pure or intrinsic semiconductor. Energy level diagram for intrinsic semiconductor. Okay. At T equal to 0. At T is equal to 0 Kelvin. At T is equal to 0. Okay. Now see, this is the valence band. This is the conduction band. Okay. At T is equal to 0 Kelvin. Okay. Now I will define the Fermi level. Fermi level. What is the position of Fermi level for pure semiconductor? In the middle. In the middle. Let us see. This is EV. This is EC, and this is called a EF. This is called a EG. This is called a EG. So I will not write here. This is called EG because we all know that this is EG. So the center of this is EF. So for the pure semiconductor, Fermi level lies in between the top of the valence band and the bottom edge of the conduction band. So this is for the pure semiconductor. This is for the pure semiconductor, and at T is equal to 0 Kelvin, valence band is completely filled. Valence band is completely filled, while the conduction band is empty. Conduction band is completely empty. And what is the formula for pure semiconductor? EF is equal to
EC plus EB.
EF is equal to EC plus
EB by 2.
EC plus EB divided by 2. This is true for at T is equal to
0 Kelvin.
at T is equal to 0 Kelvin. So this is the formula at T is equal to 0 Kelvin. We will use. So this is the energy level diagram for the pure semiconductor, in which valence band is completely filled and conduction band is completely empty, and this is supposed to true for at T is equal to 0 Kelvin. T is equal to 0 Kelvin. So the correct relation is EF is equal to EC plus EB by 2. Okay. And see, Fermi level is the hypothetical level. Fermi level is the hypothetical level below which all the levels are filled, and above it all the levels are empty. Okay. And so we can say that the Fermi level is the highest filled energy level. The Fermi level is the highest filled energy level, below which all the levels are filled, and above it all the levels are empty. So this is the story. This is the story. Okay. All the levels are empty, and the energy corresponding to Fermi level. And see, there is a question. There is a pet question. Define Fermi energy. Define Fermi energy. The energy corresponding to the Fermi level is called a Fermi energy. Please write. Define Fermi energy in 2 marks. The energy corresponding to the energy corresponding to the Fermi level. The energy corresponding to the Fermi level is called Fermi energy. Is called Fermi energy. Note लिखिए. Note. Please write note. The Fermi level lies in between, in middle. The Fermi level lies in middle between the valence band and conduction band. Between the valence band and conduction band. Between the valence band and conduction band. Okay. Now see, let us make an energy level diagram for. Now we will do the doping. How we can prepare a impure semiconductor from pure semiconductor? By adopting the procedure of doping. Doping means to add impurity. To add impurity. So see, what is doping? Doping is a phenomena of pure semiconductor plus impurity. Arrow, this process is called a doping, and we will get a impure semiconductor. We will get a impure semiconductor. And the pure semiconductor is also called a intrinsic. It is also called a intrinsic semiconductor. I will write here intrinsic. Intrinsic or pure semiconductor, impure or extrinsic semiconductor. Okay. So impurity, doping means to add impurity in the pure semiconductor to get a impure semiconductor. Okay. I mean to say this is a phenomenon of converting intrinsic semiconductor to extrinsic semiconductor by adding a impurity. Okay. It's the same process as we add water in the milk. As we add water in the pure milk. Pure milk plus water. Arrow. What we get? Impure milk. We get a impure milk. You can write this pure milk. Pure milk plus water. Arrow. Impure milk. So this is a pure milk. By adopting the procedure of adding water into the pure milk, we are getting a impure milk. So So this is the same. We can take an analogy between these two processes. Okay. Now see. Now we have a two kind of doping. We have a two kind of doping. One is called a n-type doping. It is called a p-type. And by adopting n-type doping, we'll get a n-type semiconductor. And by adopting a p-type doping, we'll get a p-type semiconductor. Okay. And for n-type semiconductor, we add the donor atoms. We add the donor atom. And which impurity we use? We use the phosphorus. We use the phosphorus impurity. So what will happen? Let us make an energy level diagram. Let us make a energy level diagram. Energy level diagram for n-type semi. Okay. Now I will make a diagram. Now see, this is a valence band. Valence band. This is called a conduction band. This is called a conduction band. Now see, as we know that the fifth electron is free. The fifth electron is free. When we add a donor impurity, I think this thing we have discussed in at the starting of the syllabus. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. In my calculation, when we add a donor atoms as a phosphorus atom as an impurity, then we get a fifth electron. Fifth electron is free, and that it means that electron will give all the donor atoms will give this energy level, and this is called a donor level energy. This is called a ED. This is called a ED. This is called a donor level. This is called a donor level. Okay, this is called a donor level. This energy corresponding to the donor atom. This energy corresponding to the donor atom. So I will write these are the atoms. These are the atoms that I am showing. These are the donor atoms. These are the donor atoms, and the donor atoms has the higher energy as compared to the valence band electrons. Okay. Now can you tell me what is the position of Fermi level? किसी को याद है? Joseph, what is the position of Fermi level? What is the position of Fermi level for n? This is EC. This is EB. This is EB. This is EB. I will write. थोड़ा सा मैं नीचे बनाता हूँ. पता क्यों? थोड़ा सा. So these are the donor atoms. These are the donor atoms. So this is the donor level. This is the donor level. And the energy corresponding to donor level is called ED. This is EV. This is EC. Joseph, what is the position of Fermi level for n-type? It is in between the EC and it is in between the EC and ED. So this is the position of Fermi level. This is the position of the Fermi level, and this is the in between. This is the in between, or we can say this is the in middle. This is the in middle between the EC and ED. EC and ED. So this is the in between the EC and ED. So this is the energy level diagram for
n-type.
For the n-type. Okay. Now it means the position of the Fermi levels. It means the position of the Fermi level shifts, changes. The Fermi level shifts upward. Fermi level shift upward for the n-type semiconductor. Any doubt? Okay. Can you make an energy level diagram for p-type semiconductor?
Sure, sir.
For p-type semiconductor. Energy level diagram for energy level diagram for p-type. For p-type semiconductor. हाँ जी कैसे होगा? How is the diagram? This is the conduction band. This is the valence band. VB stand for valence band. VB stand for valence band, and CB stand for conduction band. And in this, for p-type semiconductor, we add the acceptor impurity, and we will get a acceptor level. We'll get a acceptor level that is just nearer to the
Valence band.
valence band. Okay, so that is a acceptor level. Acceptor level. Okay, that is called a EA. That is called a the energy corresponding to acceptor level is called a EA. Now, can you tell me what is the position of Fermi level?
Valence
For
band.
semiconductor? It is the in between. It is the
Yes. In between. EA plus EB.
So this is the position of the Fermi level. This is the position of Fermi level for p-type semiconductor. So this simply means that the Fermi level shifts downward. Fermi level shifts
Downward.
downward. Fermi level shifts downward. Okay. Now see, for the sake of simplicity, we can show the atoms. So we can show the electrons. We can show the electrons. We can show the electrons. Okay, we can show the electrons in the valence band. So this is a story. This will be the quite useful for the understanding of the semiconductor laser. Okay, when we will try to understand the energy level diagram for the semiconductor laser, then this concept is used. Okay, so this is why we explain the basic thing. So the summary is for the pure semiconductor, the Fermi level shifts in middle of the valence band and conduction band, and for the n-type semiconductor, the Fermi level shifts upward, and the position of the Fermi level is in between the donor level and conduction band, bottom edge of the conduction band. And for the p-type semiconductor, the Fermi level shifts downward, and the position of the Fermi level is top of the valence band and in between the top of the valence band and acceptor level. Acceptor level. You can write this EV. This is EV. This is PC. Okay. Okay. Now see, this is for the ordinary kind of doping. When we will increase the doping, when we will increase the doping concentration, what will happen? When we will increase the doping concentration, when we will increase the doping, what will happen?
Fermi level.
Then this energy level diagram will changes. Then these energy levels will changes. Okay. Now see, these three types of semiconductors. These three types of semiconductor, pure semiconductor, n-type semiconductor, and p-type semiconductor are called non-degenerate semiconductor. Are called non-degenerate semiconductor. Are called non-degenerate semiconductor. Please write a note. Please write a note. Pure semiconductor. Please write a note with a red pen. Pure semiconductor, comma, n-type semiconductor, comma, p-type semiconductor are called non-degenerate. Are called non-degenerate semiconductor. Pure semiconductor, or simply we can say that pure and impure semiconductors are called non-degenerate. Are called non-degenerate semiconductor. Now please write a definition of non-degenerate. Now we will understand what is non-degenerate semiconductors. Please write non-degenerate semiconductor. The semiconductor in which Fermi level, the semiconductor in which Fermi level does not lie, the semiconductor in which Fermi level does not lie either inside valence band or conduction band. The semiconductor in which Fermi level does not lie either inside the valence band or conduction band is called non-degenerate semiconductor. Are you getting this point? Now see, the Fermi level is not entering in the valence band. The Fermi level is not it is a distinct energy level. It is not entering in the, it is not penetrating in the valence band, and for this it is not penetrating the conduction band. So these Fermi levels are sharp defined energy levels. So in which the Fermi level does not lie either in the valence band or in the conduction band. It's called a non-degenerate or called a non-degenerate semiconductor. Now we will try to understand what is degenerate. What is a degenerate semiconductor? Please write in a heading, what is degenerate semiconductor? What is degenerate semiconductor? What is degenerate? What is degenerate semiconductor? What is degenerate semiconductors? Degenerate में क्या होगा? In the degenerate semiconductor, the Fermi level will penetrate. The Fermi level will penetrate either in the valence band or in the conduction band. Okay. How? But how? Please write. Please write. If we increase the impurity concentration, please write with a red pen. If we increase the impurity concentration in N-type or P-type semiconductor, if we increase the doping or impurity concentration, if we increase the impurity concentration in N-type or P-type semiconductors, then impurity atoms come close to each other. Then what will happen? Then impurity atoms comes close to each other. Then impurity atoms come close to each other and they start interacting. Just like semiconductor atoms. And they start interacting just like semiconductor atoms. Next point. Due to these interactions, donor level become donor band. Please write with a red pen or underline this point. Donor level will become a donor band and acceptor level will become a acceptor band. And acceptor level will become a acceptor band and extend well into the valence band. Okay. Next point. However, for high impurity concentration, use that pen, the Fermi level shifts into the conduction band. The Fermi level shifts into the conduction band for N-type semiconductor. The Fermi level shifts into the conduction band for N-type semiconductor and for P-type semiconductor, the Fermi level penetrate in the valence band. And for P-type semiconductor, the Fermi level penetrate in the valence band. Let us make an energy level diagram for N-type semiconductor. Okay. So I will make an energy level diagram for N-type semiconductor. This is VB. This is valence band. This is our conduction band. Okay. what we have written for high impurity concentration, the impurity atoms will start interacting with each other because they come close to each other and they start interacting. And as they interacting, what will happen? See, this is the position. This is the position. Okay, this is the position. Yes, this is the position. So this will be the position of Fermi level EF, and this will become a donor band. Okay, this become the donor. Okay. Now the Fermi level shifts. See, Fermi level shifts upward. Fermi level shifts upward and penetrated in the conduction band. Penetrated in the conduction band, and donor level will become a donor band. And this is true for N-type semiconductor. This is true for N-type. This is true for N-type. Okay, this is true for N-type. Please show the electron also here. Okay. You can show here electron also. Now see the donor level will changes to the donor band. Donor level becomes to the donor band, and Fermi level shifts upward and it penetrates in the conduction band. So this is the position of Fermi level. Okay. Can you make it for the p-type?
Yes, sir.
How? So for p-type, this is the conduction band. Now see, Fermi level shifts downward, Fermi level shifts downward. This is the, so this will become this is the position of Fermi level. And this is true for this is true for B. This is true for B. Okay. This chapter band. This is EF. This is a EF. Valence band. P type. Okay. So this is a energy level diagram for P type. In this, the receptor level will changes to the receptor level will become a receptor band, and the Fermi level shifts into the valence band. And this is true for both is true for high impurity concentration. For high impurity concentration. For high impurity concentration. This is both, and both are called degenerate. Both are called degenerate semiconductor. What is degenerate semiconductor? The degenerate semiconductor is in which either the Fermi level, in which either the Fermi level lies or penetrate in the valence band or वहाँ पे Fermi level penetrate नहीं करता, यहाँ पे करता है. तो Fermi level penetrate in the conduction band and valence band. For N type it will penetrate in the conduction band, and for the P type it will penetrate in the valence band. Any doubt? Any doubt from this point? Any doubt? Now see, this data is quite useful. This information is very much useful useful for the concept of understanding the semiconductor laser, because when we have to explain, when we have to understand the concept of energy level diagram of semiconductor laser, then all these diagrams are quite useful. Okay, that we will discuss tomorrow. That we will discuss the tomorrow in semiconductor laser part. Okay, this is a part 1. Okay, so this is a very basic. This is a very basic concept. This is a very basic concept. And for the semiconductor laser, we will discuss the homojunction. We will discuss the homojunction laser. We will discuss the homojunction laser tomorrow. Any doubt from this part? Any doubt? Can you tell me what is the full form of laser? Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. And what is the full form of loser? Light oscillation by stimulated emission of radiation. So I will end this lecture with the laser and loser. So I will end this lecture with the laser and loser. LOSE, where A stands for amplification and O stands for oscillation. So we can replace A by O. So we can replace A by O. Okay, because laser, see, amplification can only be done at the cost of oscillation. So it means the laser concept is based upon the oscillator. It's based upon the oscillator, because we are discussing the component of laser. The laser light basically oscillate between the two mirrors. That is called a cavity. Okay. So laser and loser are same thing, one and same thing. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, or light oscillation by stimulated emission of radiation. Any doubt? International? माइकल, जोसेफ, बेनेडिक्ट, हिंदी वालों को समझ आया सबको? हिंदी वालों को समझ आया सब? ओके, थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू.